Okay, good to see you again. In this video, we will discuss a tutorial on setting up a Genshin Impact private server. Before proceeding with the tutorial, I need to inform you that this private server is provided by YuukiPs. The official Discord channel link has been pinned in the comments section. The first step is to have the private server application file. Oh, and we don't need a virtual application to install the Genshin Impact private server. We can directly install and use it on the original device, even without root access. Let's go ahead and install it, then wait for the process to complete. As additional information, there's no need to uninstall the original Genshin Impact application if it's already installed on your device. Oh yes, this Genshin private server application cannot be installed on certain virtual spaces from VMOS Pro. So, it's best to install it directly without using a virtual application. Okay. After the installation process is complete, let's open the Genshin Impact private server application. Make sure to pay close attention at this stage so that the private server can run smoothly without any issues. Alright, let's start from the beginning to make it easier to understand. First, when the overlay message appears, click Settings. Next, click Proxy Settings, then select the top option and fill it with ps.yuki.me. Okay. Make sure the server address is written exactly as shown in this tutorial. If the server address is incorrect, you won't be able to access or use the private server. Next, after entering the server address, check the box for Use HTTPS. After that, the game will automatically restart once we press Save. Alright, let's wait. Next, ensure that the prompt that appears is green, which indicates the server address configuration is correct. Then, go back to the Proxy Settings menu. Here, we need to adjust the other settings and make sure they are exactly the same to avoid any unwanted issues. First, enable RSA patch. Then, activate SSL certification. Finally, turn on Proxy Switch and leave Fix Entrance Timeout disabled. To make it easier to remember, in this menu, activate everything except the fourth option from the top. Then, if you're asked to enter the server address again, input the server address in set proxy address exactly the same as earlier. That is the server address ps.yuki.me and wait for the game to restart automatically. Alright, so if you followed this tutorial correctly, you should be able to open and start using the Genshin private server. Now let's wait for the game to load to the login interface. In this Genshin Impact private server, you can create a new account or use an account you previously had on the Genshin private server. If a notification like this appears, it means the account is already owned by another user. Let me explain briefly. Essentially, you can secure your account to ensure it isn't used by other players on the YuukiPs server. For complete information, please check the account documentation on YuukiPs's official channel. Alright, moving on. Next, we can choose a server based on the available regions, and it is recommended to select the server address closest to your location. If you encounter error 4241, like in this video, try restarting the Genshin private server game. However, if the error persists, do not force it. Instead, let's use alternative methods to get the Genshin private server running on your device. Because if you encounter error 4241, you won't be able to use the Genshin private server on your current device. Therefore, you need to change your device information by using a virtual phone application. I recommend using VP Phone Gaga Maple to install the Genshin private server application. Alright, now that you've installed and started the Genshin Impact private server through VP Phone Gaga, don't worry if the app language is still in Chinese. You can change the language later in the game settings, or even adjust the virtual phone's language in the VP Phone Gaga settings. As you can see, by using VP Phone Gaga, we can avoid the 4241 error we encountered earlier. Oh, and for the tutorial on how to install VP Phone Gaga and the complete guide to transferring game data to VP Phone Gaga, all the tutorials are available in the previous videos. To make it more convenient, I'll change the language of the Genshin Impact game first. Any language will do, as long as it's available in the app. For those of you who might not want to re-download the game data for Genshin Impact, try checking the tutorial on installing the game in a virtual phone in the available playlist. I've shared a complete tutorial on transferring data to a virtual space in my previous videos. Alright, Let's move on to the tutorial on how to start using and playing the Genshin Impact private server. To access the features of the private server, you need to add Ayaka to your party. Follow along as shown in the video. First, press the chat button, then select Add Friend. Here you'll find Ayaka, who is kind, graceful, and willing to give you anything you need. If you're a new friend of Ayaka, it's best to use the command /help first, so Ayaka can inform you about all the features available in this Genshin Private server. To request everything at once, you can use the command Alt-G, all to obtain and unlock all resources available in this Genshin Private server. However, the all command cannot be used directly. If you're a free user, you'll need to wait until the YuukiPs server CPU usage drops below 15%. Alright, I've waited. So let's try using the /G all command. And look, we're now able to use it successfully to request everything from Ayaka. Oh, by the way, you can also earn free points to avoid waiting too long to use the G all command. To get free points, you can visit the page instructed by Ayaka at ps.yuki./point. Alright, I've sped up the video because claiming everything takes quite a bit of time. So what do you think? Is it easy, or is it still a bit difficult to understand? So after using the G all command, everything available in Genshin Impact will be unlocked and ready to. If in the future you want to reduce what's already unlocked, you can use the available commands again to close or reduce items in your backpack. Next, if you're curious whether playing multiplayer is possible on the Genshin Impact private server, the answer is yes. You can play with other players who are also private server users. Another common question is whether it's possible to complete quests on the private server. The answer is also yes, but unlike the original server, it's not automatic. You'll need to use specific commands to start missions or quests in the Genshin private server. By the way, apologies for the background sound of Blessed Rain. Alright, let's continue and try out any character we've dreamed of using. All characters are now unlocked, and every character is already at Constellation 6. C6 Straw. Interestingly, I noticed something unusual. There are 2 Maldika characters available. This piqued my curiosity, so I'm eager to try using both of them. For those of you who need an Indonesian tutorial, please check the previous videos as the tutorials are already complete. As for the frequently asked question about whether using a private server can result in your original server account getting banned, the answer is no. 100% no. This is because private servers are not affiliated with the original or global server, so the game accounts are completely separate. Whatever you do on the private server will not affect your account on the original server in any way. So what's the risk? Essentially, the main risks of a private server fall on YuukiPs itself, whether in terms of financial aspects or other factors. Therefore, as players who benefit from the private server, even being able to use it for free, we should appreciate and support YuukiPs in any way we can. Alright, moving on. The gacha system in the Genshin private server is quite different. The characters available in the gacha banners tend to change more frequently compared to the original server, which follows a more consistent schedule for updates. If you're curious about the weapons available for each character in the Genshin Impact private server, after using the /G all command, you can see here that all weapons are unlocked, and they even come with Refinement Rank 5, R5, Fox. Alright, you can explore the other features on your own. I think that's all for this tutorial. Hopefully it's easy to understand and makes your gaming experience more enjoyable. See you again, and thank you.